He know now. He know not to flag that now. Now I ask him, like, what's your race? What's your nationality? He gonna proudly say he a Hebrew Israelite. My 16-year-old son. So will my 18-year-old daughter. So will my 14-year-old daughter. So will my 8-year-old daughter. And so will my 13-year-old son. You ask them their nationality, they ain't gonna say, I'm black. They not gonna say I'm African American. They gonna say I'm a Hebrew Israelite of the tribe Judah. But I had to correct them, man. Stop. That's not your language. Them people had you in slavery, bro. The sub-Saharan slave trade. They had our people in slavery. Now you niggas following that religion. I'm a Muslim and look at me. Buy a bean pie and buy a newspaper. Salam alaikum, brother. Well, the honorable Prophet Muhammad said, and Elijah Muhammad said, that's our people, bro. Right? For they counted all the heathens of the idols to be gods, which neither have the use of eyes to see, nor noses to draw breath, nor ears to hear, nor fingers of hands to handle, and as for their feet, they are slow to go. So these gods you worship are not real, is what Solomon is saying. They don't have hands, they don't have eyes, they can't smell, they don't have ears, they can't walk. These false gods are not real. Allah is a false entity. Jesus Christ is a false entity. His name is Yahawashah. The Son of God name is Yahawashah in the Hebrew. Okay? He's a so-called black man. So-called. Because we're not black, we're brown. When somebody asks you your nationality or your race, tell them you're a Hebrew Israelite. Don't say black no more. Tell them you're an Israelite. That's the identity God gave you. The white man told you was black. The white man told you was African American. God said you was an Israelite, a Hebrew Israelite. And I'm talking to you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Stop talking about I'm Mexican, and I'm Cuban, and I'm Dominican. No, you're not. I'm El Salvadorian. And you're from El Salvador, right? You from the island of Hispaniola, right? Who named it the island of Hispaniola? What does Hispanic mean? Why do you speak Spanish? Questions my Latin brothers should be asking, bro. My brothers of the northern tribes should be asking themselves. Instead of trying to cleave to the so-called white man and white woman. They're your enemies, they're not your friends. You so-called blacks, West Indians, and Haitians, the white man is your enemy, he's not your friend. No friend will put you in slavery, rape your women, feed your babies to alligators. Friends don't do that, bro. Friends don't do that. Let's continue. For man made them. Man made Allah. Man made Jesus Christ. That was a painted image. The crosses are man-made. They're man-made, bro. My God, the God of Israel ain't man-made. I never seen his face ever. But I know he created the heavens and the earth. Right? I know he made the sun. I can't make a sun. I know he made the moon. I can't make a moon. I know he made the waters and the animals. I can't make none of them. Your God was made by hand. Allah. Jesus Christ. Right? And I just want to clarify, because when I talk about Jesus Christ, people often think I don't believe in the Son of God. I believe in the Son of God. I just don't believe he's a white man, and I don't believe he died for everybody. And I don't believe his name is Jesus Christ. That's all I'm saying. His name is Yahweh, and he coming back to kill a lot of people. And he that borrowed his own spirit fashioned them. Hold up, bro. The Most High be spitting, bro. Come hear the words of God. The Most High be talking that talk, bro. You hear me? He be talking that talk. Listen. He talking about these false gods that people worship. He said, for man made them, and he that borrowed his own spirit fashioned them. Why did he say that? I'm going to come right back to that. I'm going to show you. Matter of fact, we can stay here. I'm going to show you why he said that. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. So let's read that verse again, then it makes sense. For man made them, and he that borrowed his own spirit fashioned them. So he said the person that made the idol, he don't even own his own. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. The person that made the idol, right? He don't even own his own spirit. He don't. The spirit that was put in his body came from the Most High. And when your body die, your spirit gonna go back to him who gave it. So not only are you on borrowed time, but the spirit that keep your body alive doesn't even belong to you. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. Let's continue. But no man can make a God like it to himself. Meaning you cannot make your God, right, like you. You can't make your God to be 6 feet tall, eyes, ears, got a beating heart, breath in his body, can piss, can shit, can have sex, can do everything you can do. Man can't do that. This is what the Most High is saying, man. For being mortal, he worketh a dead thing with wicked hands. This idol, right? Because in ancient times, people used to make idols, bro. Like the golden calf, or just some kind of what's the word I'm looking for, bro? Just some kind of piece of work, for lack of a better way of saying it, bro. Just some kind of piece of work people used to make. Like, for example, I was watching a video the other day, and there was this black guy, and he had like a small statue of Baphomet, right? The nigga with the goat with the horns, and do like this with the wings, and he had a small statue of Baphomet. And he was like, you niggas is dumb. They told y'all that worshiping Baphomet is evil. It ain't evil. Baphomet is good. A bugged out nigga, right? But that's an example. They used to make little statues and shit like that, right? Graven images and stuff. So the Most High saying, for being mortal, he worketh a dead thing with wicked hands. For he himself is better than the things which he worshiped. So all you so-called Muslims, you're better than Allah, because Allah isn't real. All you so-called Christians, you're better than Jesus Christ, because who you know as Jesus Christ, the white man with blonde hair and blue eyes, isn't real. That cross you wear ain't gonna save you from a bullet. It ain't gonna stop nothing. Yo, the Lord be talking, you hear? Let's read that again, bro. For he himself is better than the things which he worship, whereas he lived once, but they never. So these false gods our people worship ain't never gonna live. At least you live once. At least I live once. At least we live once, right? That little Baphomet statue ain't never gonna live. That cross ain't never gonna live. That Kaaba stone ain't never gonna live. That's what the Most High is saying. Okay? Now let's jump to Psalms 77. This is Psalm 77 in verse 13. Oh, no, I'm going to start at 11. Psalm 77 and 11. I will remember the works of the Lord. Surely I will remember thy wonders of old. You know, like, for example, the Most High led blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans out of Egypt. Wasn't no white people coming out of Egypt, buddy. I'm sorry to burst y'all bubble. It was blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. I will meditate also of all thy work and talk of thy doings. Here's the point. Thy way, O God, is in the sanctuary. Who is so great a God as our God? None. I'm going to answer the question. No God can be compared to the God of Israel. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Not the God of Christianity, not the God of Islam, not the God of Jehovah's Witness, not the God of Mormonism, not the God of Seventh-day Adventists, not the God of any religion can be compared to the God of this Bible, man. A true and living God, man. You understand? True and living God. See, but you don't know this because this was taken from you. Right? This Ezekiel chapter 39